You like my AI car? Oh, I do too. So, forget being house broke. What about being car broke? Because it seems to me like everything that we do these days, especially in America, you are fleeced because inflation, because of everything else underneath the sun. But I mean, when you really sit back and count up how much money you spend on your car, what is the number that you come up with? I bet you'd be surprised. I'm about to take you through mine. Make sure you like and subscribe, and please leave me a story of your own in the comment section. Let's get this discussion going.
So I just had to go and take my car in, and I needed to get an oil change. Now, I didn't know when I bought this car that it would cost me more in another way. So I had a 6-cylinder Ford Edge before, but now I have a Chevy Equinox, and I bought a 4-cylinder Equinox because I was thinking that I could save money at the gas tank, in which I'm gonna tell you I do. I feel like I get way more bang for my buck with these 4 cylinders and this turbo thing going on. I barely miss a 6-cylinder, barely, but you know, there is a difference. But anyway, so I had to pay $188 today because they said that my brake fluid was blah blah blah. So I said, all right, fine, switch it out, I don't care. I know that I haven't had much of any other maintenance besides things that had to deal with the brakes on my vehicle since I got it, and the tires. But other than that, I have basically only needed to change my oil. But my oil changes are not cheap. They're $100 a pop, and they cost me $100 because I use synthetic oil. Now, the reason why I use synthetic oil is because the manufacturer makes me do that, and I don't appreciate that at all. I want a car that I don't have to do that, because for some reason my oil seems to go bye-bye in the middle of the time that I have it. So I was taking it back and getting another oil change because my truck would literally sound like an oil rig. But and then the people would be like, oh, well, you got to get your stuff topped off. I'm like, I never heard of that before, but okay. So I went ahead and I got my stuff topped off, and that is free at Jiffy Lube, but I pay $100 to get the service done initially. Okay, all right. Now, I just handed the people, because they said, oh, you need new wiper blades, and which I did. Like, my wiper blades was not working at all, and they told me that it'd be like $35 per wiper blade. And I was like, yeah, you can suck it. No, thank you. And I went ahead and I got the wiper blades by myself. I saved myself $10 a pop by doing that. And so but I still ended up walking out that store paying $75 for wiper blades, and it cost me $250 per tire. You know, it's not cheaper if you get it in a set. Whoever said that is bullshit. Okay, it's BS. And then I have to also worry about my car note, which is about, I don't know, it's almost $400. So let's just say it's $380. Okay, $380. It's not, but it is around there. So $380. Then I have to turn around and also pay for, I'm running over nails like all the time. I can't see a nail to avoid a nail. So I drive over nails, and God forbid it needs to be a whole new tire. But I have in the past had to get a new tire because I had a nail, and then a patch because I had another nail, and then I had to buy a compressor because I had a slow leak on another tire, and then my tires was wobbling because they were not. If I get my tires rotated, for whatever reason, right after I do that, my tires never, ever, ever wear the same. So I'm like, I don't want a tire rotation because I'm always going to end up with messed up tires. I don't care what anybody says. As soon as I start rotating my tires were just fine. No more wobbling and all that other stuff. I don't have anything to worry about. And then it was, oh, well, the tire needs to be weighted. Oh, well, there was another problem with something with the tire system or whatever. Man, I remember paying for my truck. I had to pay about $2,000 that particular month because everything started to hit all at the same time. And that's on top of my car note and on top of my car insurance, which is about $150, $200 a month. Now you might go, why don't you know how much money you pay for insurance? It's because I also have linked to there my renter's insurance and property insurance. So yeah, so I pay about $200 a month for my insurances and with the car. And so what I'm saying is, I pay a lot of money for a car. Now, I am not the only one that pays a lot for their car, because I also got to buy gas. Don't you got to buy gas? I'm paying at least $50 to fill up my gas tank. And I'm being conservative. At least $50 to fill up my gas tank. And I do that twice a week. Twice a week. So that's an extra $100. So that's an extra $400. That's more than it costs for me to have my car, have ownership of my vehicle. So I pay $400 a month for gas. Then another $380 for my car note. So basically $800. And then for I travel a lot, see my kids and all this other stuff. So I'm putting miles on my vehicle, which requires me to change my oil more often, which means that I'm changing my oil maybe about every 2 months. So that's an extra $100 every 2 months. So let's just break that down into, $33 a month. And so let's add all of that up. I am up to basically, give or take $1,000 every month, just to have my car. Now, if I get a busted tire, that's an extra $250. That's one. But if I need to get all four, or if I can have a crazy accident and come and slash all of them, that's a G. If I have any maintenance problems, like right now, I have sensors that are out. And I'm telling you, them bitches are not going to get changed over right now or anytime soon. And then I also have a cracked windshield, and I'm not changing it. I need to get some water in my car. Look, something's got to happen. I need it whistling with some wind before I get my windshield fixed. Okay. So I got another $1,000 that's just waiting for me to spend it on my vehicle. And it's going to continue to wait. Okay. And, I got tape on my windshield and everything. I don't care. And the crack is longer than 6 inches and everything. That's a long story to itself. Oh boy. But I have a cracked windshield, and it's cracked in more than one place. And I think every time my neighbor gets pissed off at me, she comes and she hits it again. But I'm not accusing anybody of vandalism. But it might be, but I'm not accusing them of vandalism. Like I said, that's a whole nother story now. So yeah. And that's without the trip that I have to pay a whole G, at least baseline to have a vehicle. That's why you're broke. That's why I'm broke. Because if you have a vehicle, you're paying for all of this stuff. Now, you might not need to pay for the car note, but your dad gonna sure paying for that car insurance. And your dad gonna sure paying for that gas. And don't need to commute for a long way like I do. You're going to be paying $400 plus a month. Like anytime anybody says, oh, we're going to have a such and such get together on the weekend. Come on out, and I got to drive like 50 miles just to anybody to say hi and do anything. How much money is that? A lot. So And then people be wanting rides and stuff. That costs more money. It's more money. You got money to pay me for gas? Cars are expensive. So getting a car is an investment. And anybody who got a car, kudos to you. You do not have to drive the biggest and the baddest thing that's out here. You don't. As long as you got a set of wheels that move with a good engine and a good transmission, you're golden. You're golden. Who cares what it looks like on the outside? As long as it serves its purpose to get you to point A to point B, you are good to go. And I'm happy for you. I wish I didn't have to pay this car, though. I wish I didn't have to pay for this car. But anyway, it is Halloween, and I'm gonna go and feed some Halloween goers some treats. But I never buy candy. Well, I won't say never. I don't buy candy anymore. I like to buy like Cheez-Its and like Pringles and stuff. So that's what I got. They gonna get Cheez-Its and Pringles over here. You know, there's enough people giving out candy. Now let me go get my bowl because I ain't answering no door with nothing on, okay? All right. Y'all have a good day, and I hope you're being responsible with whatever you're doing. Toodaloo. Oh, that was just a rant, but can you identify with me? Write something down in the comment section. I mean, like, am I crazy? Am I reaching? Should I just shut up? Should I just put up and shut up? Should I just do that? I tell you, like when you really sit back and you realize how much money you're spending, gosh, you go, oh, that's why I ain't got no money. Oh,